Who was your name?
Sunil.
Sunil.
There you go, Sunil.
Marco.
Marco, very nice
Yeah.
to meet you, man.
If I'm being honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, that's what everyone in my family thinks, so it must be true, right? Well, let me explain. I'm 20 now, and I'm no longer in school because I knew that wasn't like the thing for me. I felt like I never belonged here on campus. I felt like it wasn't the right thing for me to do.
This is Jane, this is my girlfriend here. Yeah, what's your name?
Marco.
Marco? Daniel,
Yeah.
good to meet you, man.
And to everyone else, they would say I should pick up another job. I should do something more. My path should be school because I should follow in my sister's footsteps. So I need to do that to be successful.
Kind of following my dad's footsteps a little bit.
I studied economics, and I didn't know what to do after that. Now I still want to go to business. I want to be a trader. I want to be a hedge fund. I want to be a bank. That didn't work out, so I went to a law firm.
Philosophy double majors that had absolutely nothing to do with what I'm doing now.
And I know I'm on my path right now, even though to everyone else in my family, they would consider me as somebody that doesn't want to work. In their minds, I'm a bum. You know, let's go pick up another job, go back to school at the very least and finish your last 2 semesters.
Wait a minute, like you have a nice job. You already spent a lot of money on law school. Like, why are you now going to give up this job that pays you a lot of money to go make $0 and be a student again for 5 more years? That's tough, right? I think it's tough if your family doesn't sort of get what it is that you want to do.
But it's not my path. So many times you can believe so many things are the right thing for you to do, and you believe things that once were true and you disbelieve them again. So how do you know that the path that you're on is the right thing that you should be doing if you can't even trust yourself?
Did that for 2 years, hated it from
Yeah.
day one. I didn't really like the work. People were nice, but I just didn't like the work. It wasn't for me. I went back to school. I got a PhD and now I'm a professor. So I teach at the business school at Indiana University in Bloomington.
My dad and I, we, even though he's like my biggest supporter, we still fight like crazy. Not in like a bad way, but just like we disagree on a lot of things. Maybe like it's why when I go into law, I just like arguing with him.
You know, you can believe so many times in your life that the thing you're doing is the right thing for you to do. And then the things that you once believed were true are no longer true, and then you become a disbeliever again. I thought I was doing the right thing in high school by ignoring people, by purposely excluding myself from groups because I didn't want to look people in the eyes. I thought being alone was something that I should be doing because if I was alone, I didn't have anybody to hold me back. But like so many of my greatest things have come from other people, by being friends, by being more social, by opening up more. And I'm completely different than the person I was in high school who thought that the right thing was to be alone.
And I think the further you get away from high school, you're like, whoa, what was that? That was just 4 years of like being a kid.
You know, you've come quite a long way. If you're talking about how was like your perspective in high school.
You know, it was hard. It was hard to do that. It was hard and it didn't work out.
Well, I didn't really know anybody. It was hard, and I just didn't, you know, I didn't do enough. I don't think I did enough networking. It just didn't work out.
My path had to be leaving school. My path had to be leaving this campus. My career was waiting on me, and I couldn't have both feet in separate doors. You know, I had to go all in. You know, it's hard for somebody to drop everything that they've had and just go all in one plan.
That's why I left college, because I don't have a backup plan anymore. It's this or nothing.
There is no plan B or C or D anymore. It's just trading. It's just the career that I've chosen. I wanted to learn from people's lives, not Google slides, and I wanted to learn from real human experiences from the people that experienced them, not from a structured retelling of the story.
You know, I kind of live vicariously through a friend of mine as well that didn't go to school, and he's like one of the most driven, motivated people I know. His name's Isaiah.
You know, I left school because I wouldn't be able to produce stuff like this on YouTube. I wouldn't be able to hold conversation with strangers and speak so truthfully with them. And if you can disbelieve so many things in your life so easily, how do you know that the path that you're on is the right thing that you should be doing? You don't. You just do it because no one else is doing it. No one else is jumping and taking their entire plan B out of the window. I left school so I don't have a plan B. It's this or nothing. I'm gonna die if this doesn't work. So if your path that you once thought was true and you needed to go to school and you needed to do that and you needed to follow your siblings' footsteps and then you disbelieve it in the future in 3 years, you feel like people are just telling you that you wasted your life and you just should have finished school like they did to me.
It's just like you shouldn't feel like just because you left focus on this and this is like, you know, it has to. Not that it won't, but like
leave the door open.
Yeah.
So you're a day trade. Enjoy it. And if it doesn't work out in a year, okay, go go back to work and go back to exercise science. Who knows what you're doing in 20 years? Maybe you're still a day trader. Who knows? We don't need to worry about it.
I think if you said I couldn't do it, I probably would have wanted to do it more.
I feel like I would have never started drinking had I not started drinking.
Yeah.
I think everybody would say that.
Yeah, okay.
But like, I feel like if I was not like